You ask a lot of questions when you build a home. What's the right floor plan? Do you go with brick or siding? What about colors, features, and accents? But even after all the decisions are behind you, after you've moved and settled in, there's still one more very important question to answer. Only this time, people will be asking you. And you want to be able to answer with confidence. You want to know you made the right choice when people ask, who built your home?
There's only one goal here, and that's quality. Tommy's biggest expectation is to make the home buyer happy.
Tommy is Tom Kellum, president and owner of Homeplaces. And what makes Tom proud are the custom signature homes he built with the help of a select group of skilled, experienced artisans.
Tommy uses the best materials that are available to the trades.
We try to take a lot more pride in their work, better finished quality job, and we try to get everything perfect.
Of course, trying to make everything perfect means taking the time to do the job right. Which is why Tom Kellum and Homeplaces only build 15 to 20 homes each year, exclusively around Richmond.
You've got to take time to do these things, use the proper material, the proper workmanship, and it just doesn't happen overnight.
Woodworking's been a hobby of mine since I was a child. My dad did woodworking.
I got into painting because my brother done it. My daddy's brother done it.
I've been laying brick for about 30 years. My dad was a bricklayer. My son is also a bricklayer who works with me.
Real artisans do good work because they love their craft and insist on doing it well, which is why so many of the same artisans work with Homeplaces on job after job. They know Tom Kellum's approach lets them do their best possible work, and Tom knows how good their work is, which is why he chooses them again and again.
Tommy's here on a regular basis, several times during the day.
There is a core group of subcontractors that works for Tommy.
All the craftsmen that work for Tommy are very much a team.
Everybody looks out for each other, so we get along like a family.
Of course, you can talk all day about craftsmanship, teamwork, and pride. But seeing is believing. And inside a Homeplaces home, the results are a beauty to behold.
Well, I think that a lot of the tradespeople that are here working on Tommy's houses are closet artists.
There's plenty of room for creativity in this business.
We'll actually make some of our own trim. A good example is of this 10-member crown that Seth and I are very proud of.
Yes, there's a great deal of room for creativity here. Tom gives us a leeway to do things the way we need to do it, but also the way that he wants it done. I guess he gives us a little creative license.
You shouldn't have to go with a flow that's not right for you. That's why Tom offers so many different, completely customizable floor plans, plus the option to design from scratch. And that's why he'll keep making adjustments, tweaking room sizes, reconsidering arrangements, because a little extra thought, a few small changes, can make a big difference in how at home you feel. Some people don't know who built their home. Others know, but take no special pride in the answer. Then, there are those who will go out of their way to tell you.
This is our second home with Homeplaces, and the same craftsmen worked on our first home as they did our second home, and that is amazing in itself, that the same group of guys 3 years later are still here.
I think that the word craftsman is the best word to describe them, because the quality of the things that you do see is apparent, and that gives me confidence in the quality of the things that you don't see.
The Homeplaces craftsmen are great at what they do. They really pay attention to the quality of their work. They treat the home as if they're going to be living there themselves.
I do really love the kitchen. When we were planning out the kitchen layout, Tom sat down with us to make sure that we had all the counter space that I would need.
She definitely is. She's a great cook.
One of my favorite rooms in this whole house is my kitchen. It turned out absolutely beautiful. Tommy helped us to decide where the appliances would go, where the refrigerator would go. His original plan with the home was different from what we wanted it to be, and he was along to help us the whole way, and it turned out absolutely gorgeous.
I loved my fireplace. I had a really hard time finding the colors of stone that I wanted to use. And Homeplaces was able to take the stone that I liked and sort just the colors that I wanted, separate the ones that I didn't want, and build the fireplace that I had really desired.
I love the fact that Tommy doesn't hire a separate foreman. Tommy is the foreman. Tommy's here every day. He's on top of what's going on, and what's better is he tells you when you need to go make your selections.
Actually, this is the 5th new home that we've built, and by far the highest, best level of quality. You could see that as they were building it. I kept telling my wife, Grace, over and over, I'm like, they're doing it right.
A lot of home builders don't want you near the building site, especially not very often. As we got to the trimming stage here, Tommy actually encouraged us to come to the site every day to make sure that things were being done the way we wanted them to. If they weren't, we could pick up the phone and call them, and they were usually able to change things the next day.
We really love the office. It was a unique opportunity to do some custom design elements. We got to put some outlets in the floor based on where we're going to put our desks, and we even moved a wall so that we could fit file cabinets in an adjacent closet space. So it's really works for us, and we love it.
We wanted to turn our living room into an office. I had a very specific coffered ceiling in mind that I wanted for that room. I was able to bring a picture to the lead carpenter, and he recreated exactly what was on the picture. It was just what I wanted.
Because Tom is one of the few builders in Richmond that builds basements, he was able to help us make changes in the basements. For instance, Tom had a bar in the basement, and we wanted a larger bar, and he helped us incorporate that larger bar in the basement, which turned out beautifully. Whenever anyone asks us who built our home, we're always proud to say Homeplaces.
If somebody asks us who built our home, I wouldn't hesitate to say Homeplaces. In fact, I'd highly recommend them.
If someone asks who built my home, I'm happy to say it was Homeplaces.
Someday, someone's going to ask you, who built your home? So, here's a good answer. A builder who works with real artisans. A builder who's hands-on and on-site. Who gets to know you and what you want. Most of all, maybe, a builder who's proud of his work. Because he'll make you proud too. Proud to answer Homeplaces.